Hello, I'm Ken Whelan from Light Reading, and I'm speaking today with Eduardo from Telecom Argentina and Felix from Huawei. And maybe I can just start off with you, Eduardo. At Telecom Argentina, you've done a lot of work on network cloudification evolution, and I think you see yourself as something, a bit of a pioneer in the Latin America region. Maybe you can give us, explain some of the key benefits of having a network based in the cloud.
Yeah, sure. Well, in telecom, we have been virtualizing different systems and platforms over years. And between 2015 and 2017, we made the decision and deployed a 4G packet core together with the IMS core in a scheme that was completely virtualized based on network function virtualization infrastructure, right? We've also been working on cloudification of video HDN and more recently fixed access services like virtual CMTS for DOCSIS and virtual control plane for BNG in the FTTH network. And that kind of network virtualization is a complex challenge because at different of IT load, the network application has another complexity, right? For instance, forwarding throughput, switching capacity, and the control plane that connects the signaling of 10 of millions of user terminals. And now we are deploying a new 5G conversion core, which is implemented in a cloud-based architecture that includes the 5G, 4G, 3G, and 2G capabilities. And that cloud-based approach enables telecom to build network functions with stateless microservices, with web cloud technologies running on top of containers and virtual machines. And in general, those cloud-based deployments offered several benefits, such as scalability, flexibility in the deployments, providing on-demand capacity, and the same line enable the possibility to start with a small deployment and then instantiate capacity on demand. That could facilitate automation because it provides telemetry and observability in more natural way. And the virtualizations also allows to decouple the hardware and the software that, at the end, facilitate the user and control plane disaggregation, which allows you to centralize the configuration and move to the network performance closer to the clients, reducing the latency and improve the efficiency in terms of the consumption. And well, finally, we can say that that also help to improve the agility, the innovation cycles, because at the end it's software. So that improve the time to market, and of course give us a robust disaster recovery mechanism. And finally, I think that is foundational to achieve the higher autonomy levels that is very important in our telecom strategy.
Felix, let me turn to you. From Huawei's perspective, how did you help Telecom Argentina on its network cloudification program? And also, where do you see sort of the core network and it evolves to the cloud? How do you see that developing as well?
Yeah. Huawei and Telecom Argentina started to cooperate and explore core network cloudification transformation early in 2015. Huawei thanks to Telecom Argentina for their trust for us and good cooperation. And the cloud core network is the leader in the commercial use of cloud core network in Latin America. So I think in the future, we will continue to cooperate deep how to improve to 5G capabilities networks and how to innovate the new scenarios and keep leading in Latin America.
Okay, thanks, Felix. And back to you, Eduardo. And I believe you've adopted a fully converged 5G core network. What are the benefits of doing that?
Yes, well, we have been preparing 5G for some time, mainly updating our 4G core and RAN too, to support the 5G non-standalone capabilities and making the architecture changes to support control user place separation. But now we are preparing to support not only ultra-reliable low latency communications and massive machine time communication, but also to improve bandwidth efficiency with the new 5G standalone devices. And that needs a new core that support the new 5G services, that support the new type of service-based architecture, new protocols, new ways to do the charging, new ways to do the billing, and so on. However, as a mobile operator, we have been providing services for several years. We had about 20 million of mobile subscribers, and most of them are based on 4G technology, some of them in 5G, standalone, not standalone, sorry. But we have also 3G and 2G devices in the field, and meanwhile these devices works so well, they don't need to be replaced immediately. So if we need to support 5G standalone, a way to face it is to deploy a second parallel call and connect that with the legacy one through standard interfaces. However, operating two cores in parallel could be challenging, as it requires multiple operations and maintenance cycles following different roadmaps for each one. Also, you have to deal with complexity for policy and subscriber management integration between cores, and probably risky integrations between BSS and OSS. And all of that at the end are factors that could impact in the user experience, okay? So another way to implement that is, as you mentioned, a converged core that runs all of the technology together, 5G standalone and the previous one. And all of that running on top of the same cloud-based infrastructure. And this approach uses cloud-native network functions to implement the different core functions into a unified architecture, reducing the hardware requirements, simplify the management and integration, enhancing the scalability, while supporting multiple generations of technology. And then eventually, the previous generations will phase out and release some closed resources, and then we will reuse these resources to implement the new 5G devices on top of that, right? So there are more or less some benefits that we are going to get.
And back to you, Felix. Can you explain the unique features of Hawaii's core network?
Yes. In the 5G era, network construction and development are phase by phase. While currently the 5G core network has different features, and to help the operators bring new benefits at a different phase. For example, in the 5G NS phase, the differentiated charging solution can accurately identify the way that subscribe users 5G NSA or 4G traffic, helping operators launch their new package for 5G NSA users. To bring more benefits, the solution has been successful in helping some operators in Asia to bring significantly up grossing. At the early phase of the 5G asset, the precise users migration solution has helped operators quickly develop their 5G users, increase proportions of 5G traffic, and improve network efficiency. After this solution is used by some operators in China, the number of 5G users increased very quickly, and then the ARPU increased significantly. So in the next phase is in the 5G asset phase, the differentiated experience security assurance solution helps operators provide differentiated network capabilities based on different service requirements, and launch the differentiated dedicated level network package for different VIP levels. This solution has been trialed in China, and China operators try to push differentiated packages for service scenarios, such as cloud gaming, such as cloud phone, to improve the ARPU of high-value users.
And 5G to B is also a very hot topic, isn't it? And Eduardo at Telecom Argentina, what are you doing in this area?
Yes, well, during last years, industry like mines, petrol companies, and others have requested on-premise connectivity, but also digital solutions on top of the network, right? So, for example, dedicated core and RAN are typically in mine, where it's necessary to provide reliable data communications in remote sites, but also they require digital solutions to operate machines, to take real-time measurements, and take critical decisions. So, in general, 5G, along with 4G private networks, are key to industrial digitalization, but it must be considered as part of broader ecosystem that include also digital solutions. That could also be hosted from the cloud to the edge computing, enable distributed architecture for better latency and high computing capacity at the edge. And well, aligned with that, Telecom has faced a strategy challenge to generate the value in B2B by supporting digital solutions on top of our connectivity business.
Felix, I'll put the same question to you about 5G to B. What are you doing on that area, and what scenarios do you envisage, use case scenarios?
Yes, at this MWC, and Huawei interpreted the 5.5 core network. One of the key features of 5.5G core is MEC2X. This means through MEC, core networks, antivirus industry, and realize network value. In Huawei's 5.5G-oriented convergent core network, the kite-like solution is dedicated to help operators achieve 2B service success based on enterprise requirement and service scenarios. Different deployed will used in different scenarios, different enterprise, and network capabilities will private to enterprise. For example, another important solution, mobile VPN for school and enterprise office scenarios. Compared with the traditional VPN, mobile VPN provides more reliable and more high speed and more security through the operator's internal transmission channel. The transmission speed is 10 times than before. Furthermore, when users switch between the internet and the transnet, they don't need to log in repeatedly, and log in repeatedly and increase the difficulty to log in your network. So there are so many successfully to be practiced outside in China, such as the Zijin Smart Mine in Africa and some Greece Piraeus Smart Port. While coverage the 5G core network capabilities go beyond this, we are continuing to innovate more network capabilities based on industry requirements and help operators to realize network value. And also, we hope to bring new benefits in multi-scenarios, in multi-industry, such as school, such as government, such as enterprise campus, mine manufacturers, and so many industry can be used this our solution. And we hope to cooperate with the industry and get more value and gain more monetization to the industry.
Well, thank you very much, Eduardo. Thank you very much, Felix, for your insights. It's been fascinating to hear about your partnership as well. So good luck going forward in Argentina. Thank you very much.
Thank you.